Road, St Helens 16, Leeds 8. The try from Senior for Leeds, 2 goals from Ben Walker, Kirkpatrick, Gleeson, Tommy Martin, Sculthorpe with the 2 goals for the Saints, the leaders of the Tetley's Super League. And back they come for the second half. Remember, they will begin this second 40, 12 men, because they have Paul Newlove in the sin bin, and he will be there for the opening 6 minutes of this second half.
Interesting to see the teams run out there, Eddie. Ben Walker rushed out and halfway across the field to set up in a position. It appears to me as though he may have pulled a hamstring before this ball has been kicked in the second half.
There's Newlove on his way to the sin bin, or the bench. Well, we look at Ben Walker closely, holding his arm actually, isn't he, at the moment, but we'll see. Robert Connolly blows the whistle. We're underway. High hanging kick, and that's caught in the wind, and that blows all the way back. It went the 10 metres though. Long is after it. Oh, and Francis
didn't go the 10.
Well, the referee says that. To be fair, it disappeared underneath the roof here, but it looked as though it had gone over the 10 and then blew back in the wind. Anyhow, the referee has seen it another way. That's way over the 10.
Yeah, it appears all right, doesn't it? But that gives you some indication how strong this wind is, and
well, I must say,
they were lucky enough to get away with it.
When you were talking about the wind in the first half, I didn't think you were talking about the breeze. But there is a gale force wind. I believe you now. I believe you now.
Stay behind.
Well, your hair isn't stuck. It's moving. More hairspray, perhaps.
Maybe. Well,
to be fair to the referee, Robert Connolly, when the ball went up, it would have been looking straight into the lights. And it is difficult to see.
You're making excuses for him now.
No, I'm just making a point.
OK. Well, you can see Robert Connolly hasn't got the hairspray either. There is a breeze out there, and it's actually, as Paul Cullen said, it picked up a bit during half-time. But it looked to me as though the ball went at least 5 or 6 metres over the 10-metre line. Anyway, it was his decision and his alone, and it offers Paul Sculthorpe the chance to thump this penalty over the top of the crossbar at the other end. And, of course, with Paul Newlove off the field and in the sin bin, this is a good tactic. And that catches the wind as well. Oh, he's kicked that easy.
Nice connection.
18-8.
Lovely follow through from the loose forward Paul Sculthorpe. This is it again, and it's easily gone over.
Well, look where the players are looking for it when it comes down before the wind gets it.
And I think, to be fair, Leeds thought, well, it went 10, so a lot of them were stood around there, and one of them was Ben Walker.
Well, that went 10, and Gleeson palms the ball back, and Darren Albert is tackled on the ground by Andy Hay. Hoppy to Sonny Nicol. There's a little altercation between Nicol and Andy Hay right on the stroke of half-time. As the siren sounded, Nicol and Hay were having a discussion. Well, about time, I think, that we caught up with the half-time news. What was said in the dressing rooms, Bill?
From the Saints' point of view, Eddie, Ian Millwood just looking for a bit more patience from his side. Maybe just trying to play this a bit too helter-skelter, 100 miles an hour all the way.
Here goes Cunningham. Cunningham's got Hoppy. Oh, he's thrown it to the touch jump.
I cannot believe that he didn't take him on.
Well, they're all first to him and saying, listen, don't worry.
Don't worry about it there. He had Sculthorpe on the inside.
Maybe that caught the gale force wind as well.
No, he took the wrong option. Normally, 9 times out of 10, he would have taken on the fullback, Francis Cummins. And knowing this fella, this is the reaction. No, I think he said.
He did. Shall we go back to Bill? Quickly, Bill, anything could happen in this one.
Well, Eddie, I think that was exactly what the coach was talking about. They didn't really need to do that. Or, you know, if you're going to do it, make the pass stick. And just looking for a bit more patience from his side, Ian Millwood. Darryl Powell really proud with the way his side have stuck in there. OK, it hasn't been pretty, but they're hanging in there. Although they've now come up with another error.
Well, the referee shouted, held 3, and then the ball was flicked back. And he's given head and feet to Leeds. Well, if he's called held and he's offloaded, it's a penalty to St Helens, isn't it?
Well, he should be.
Well, he called held there, and then Jamie Jones-Buchanan let the ball go.
Well, he's lost the plot completely.
I think he's ruled that St Helens got a hand to it, did he? Or was it just a mistake?
Yeah, of course it was. That's 2 he's done in the first 4 minutes, Mr. Connolly, but they're only human.
Andy Hay, dummy half. Ward, tackled by Shields and Nicol. Sheridan, Sinfield, took a high one then from Joint. And that wasn't played properly. Walker, and here is Jamie Jones-Buchanan, he's short.
What a great tackle, and well done, Kirkpatrick, held him up.
Referee's giving it to Jerry Kershaw to make the mind up.
I don't think he got there.
I believe he is.
He spins him on his back. Great tackle from Albert. And that is not put down. This will be head and feed the Leeds Rhinos. I don't think it was the last.
Kirkpatrick did really well to get underneath the arms.
Well, it's no try, isn't it?
But it just depends how many tackles it was.
It was on the fourth.
If it's on the fourth, it's head and feed to Leeds.
Yep. It'll be Chev Walker, no try. Good effort, though. Beautiful offload. This will be NOTRY.
No try. Scrum to the attack. A great effort from Kirkpatrick, holding Jones-Buchanan up. Sinfield gets the possession from the scrum. Walker. Here's Senior. Long missed him. Hoppy missed him. Gleeson didn't get to him. Walker. Great defence. Danny Ward. Tackled by Cunningham. Quick play the ball. Leeds moving forward quickly. Here he is again, Jones-Buchanan. Oh, he flicked it out wide. And Calderwood couldn't take it in.
Well, nice effort. Jones-Buchanan, the man just thwarted with some great defence from Albert and Kirkpatrick, but tried to offload an impossible situation. Got a big rap on this fella, Jones-Buchanan. He's got a lot to learn, but I tell you what, he's going to be a star of the future. I have no doubt about that.
2 straight wins behind them, Leeds, so they've arrived in this match in some form themselves. But if you look back over the last 8 outings, only 4 victories from those 8. And not the best place to come, St Helens, no matter what sort of form you're in. This is Cunningham. They can't pull him down. In the end, Danny Ward did. Away goes Sean Long now. Makes another 10-12 metres.
Robert Connolly having a devil of a job to get him back to full 10. And you can see there, Pratt went down to the line.
Martin to Sculthorpe. Here is Darren Albert. St Helens try. Scored by Darren Albert. He goes to 18 touchdowns. It was created on the last tackle with a power play. And brilliant hands. And Albert presented with a gift behind the posts.
Classic football. And this guy, as Eddie has mentioned, 18 tries in Super League this year. A lot of people said that he was somewhat suspect, kept breaking down with injury, but he really has played his part here. And it has pleased his coach, and why not? The dummy, that was very poor play by Carl Pratt coming out of the line there, going for the intercept. He thought it was going to be a kick. They played the power play. And if you go too early like that, then it would leave nobody any option, especially Tommy Martin, to throw the dummy. And they took full advantage of it. Great combination.
Darren Albert on his 30th St Helens appearance, and that's his 23rd try in St Helens colours now. What a season Darren Albert's had. And Paul Sculthorpe, bang in front, should make no mistake with this. He doesn't. He adds 2 more points. 24-8.
Well, you can see Carl Pratt is going to do the shopping. And Tommy Martin offloads Scully. Great positional play by Darren Albert, playing fullback tonight. Enjoys the space.
try scorers underneath the kickoff.
Clear one, hands off.
Cunningham, the dummy half. Oh, great reverse pass to Shields. But they were waiting for him, and the trap was sprung by Danny Ward and Kevin Sinfield. Here comes Joint. Well, Leeds have it all to do now. Sculthorpe, mistake. McDonald swoops on that mistake. Carl Pratt, Ryan Sheridan, Ben Walker, Andy Hay. That was a big hit on Andy Hay by John Stankovic. Sheridan, Pratt, Danny Ward again.
Darryl Powell has changed the tactics. They're rushing in Sheridan as well as Pratt is through.
Great run from Carl Pratt. Wonderful defence from Albert again. Leeds with the opportunity here. Jones Buchanan. Sinfield dropped the shoulder, went back the other way. Lovely pass out the back door, Chev Walker. Stankovic standing firm as a rock. Tackle completed standing up. Danny Ward, Ryan Sheridan, Ben Walker. Here is Richie Mathers. Hoppy dumped inside though by Mathers. Senior, great stuff from Leeds, keeping it alive. Sheridan.
This will be the last. Will they opt for the kick? I think they will.
Danny Ward. Walker dabs it through, chases it himself.
Knock on, this will be a try.
It is to Wayne McDonald.
Definitely a try. It was a knock on, he took full advantage of it, and McDonald has gone in for the
Pretty sure
try.
it was a try. We'll just double check for it, please.
Referee Robert Connolly says he's pretty sure it is a try, but he just wants everything double checking because the ball was bouncing around everywhere.
Ben Walker, neat little trip through, and you'll see that he loses it, and that's fair game, and he picks it up well. Opportunist try for McDonald. That'll raise the cheers behind those posts for the Leeds fans. Well, Saints cannot deliver the coup de grace.
No, they can't. Leeds showing a lot of spirit here, and Wayne McDonald with the try.
Well, Walker went from the blind side to make sure he got the ball first hand, and the Saints skipper comes up with a mistake, and the big fella, Wayne McDonald, doesn't score many of those, but he'll remember that one. The Rhinos will not lie down.
Well, that's the 50th try of Wayne McDonald's career, only the third of the year. Improved by Ben Walker in rapid style. It's 24-14, and Leeds credit them because they will simply not go away.
And so unlike Joint to come up with a mistake, so simple as that, right underneath his own sticks. But full credit to this fella. He was quick to see that the ball was dislodged away from Joint and scored a rare four-pointer.
Well, he was sent off last Friday, not suspended on Wednesday. The former Saints man has come up with a try that just could get Leeds back into this. Darryl Powell would be well pleased with the effort from his men, because in the face of opposition from the league leaders, they have refused to buckle and refused to lie down.
To be fair, they've kept this ball alive. As though they've just used hard work and no enterprise. No doubt about it. Sinfield burrowing through the legs. Well, and what can they get? Amazing that Saints in the second half, they've gone into the tight sliding defence. There's more man on man in that first stanza.
Good pass from Sheridan, and Senior took it in the air, bounced off Hoppy, ball flicked back. Oh, knock on by Ben Walker.
And that was brought about by sheer pressure. And little wonder the Saints players are congratulating themselves. Senior did well to keep it alive, but Walker came up with a mistake.
He's claiming, Walker, I think, that it came off his knees. He missed it with his hands. That's why he looked perplexed. Long to Martin, and here goes Gleeson again. Sinfield just doing enough to delay the play of the ball. This is Joint.
Well, maybe that could be the kick up the backside that Saints needed. They've always had control of this game.
Sculthorpe, nearly got the pass away to Tommy Martin.
He knew that Martin, that's it. He's going to bring him back again. He's got to warn them yet again, surely. Is that enough?
No, he's not warned them.
Well,
this is what I mean. It goes on for 20 minutes. Now he's got the captain with him.
Just penalise. Chris Jones, you know you're interfering to play the ball as well. Tell you guys, I've put 2 in the bin. If you persist, I will put 2 more in the bin, 1 from either side. Tell you guys, get the message.
He will put 2 more in the bin, 1 from either side, so he's presuming Saints are going to sin as well. But at least he's made this point.
And you look perplexed. You said that he wouldn't do it in the second half. And he has. It's 1 shilling you owe me.
Oh, you're showing your age, aren't you? A shilling?
You've never seen my wife. You've never seen my wife £5 note, I'll tell you.
You've never changed from decimalisation, you, have you? Sculthorpe with this opportunity.
Why should I?
2 more points.
Why should I? I once said 9 was double figures.
Correct.
Incorrect.
I think it was here too, at this ground.
Well, this
Clock is held up by the referee.
This is respect that Saints are showing for Leeds to take the 2 on offer. Maybe the message has got down from Ian Milwood to say, hey, come on, fellas, let's just settle it down a bit. We can play the fancy stuff a little bit later on in the second half.
Well, it's only 24-14, so this would mean that Leeds have to score 3 times to win the match. It's all facts and figures tonight, isn't it?
I don't know where the calculator is, I can't find it.
First 2 points for Paul Sculthorpe and St Helens, 26-14.
And a settling 2 points as well. He's fully aware of that. Saints fans, they enjoy it, as they always do here. And there's just a buzz about this place at the moment.
Well, they've been packing him in lately too, in fact all the way through the season. And with enterprising stuff like this, it's no wonder. But Leeds have played their full part in this contest, and they will continue to do so. But that's a good offload by Barry Ward to Peter Shields.
Well, I think some of the younger members of this Leeds outfit have really stood up and been counted. They've worked hard.
And there is Ryan Bailey on, number 29 for Leeds. Very young bench, as we said at the start of this match. Ben Walker just missed him, but fortunately Mathers was there and Andy Hay. Hoppy plays the ball to Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe will attack the line again. Keith Senior followed him all the way. Stankovic, long. Shields again. Last tackle. Sculthorpe, there's the kick. That will carry forward on the breeze. And is diffused in goal by Calderwood, who wants to get on with it.
Good position, good take as well. Maybe dodgy.
This is Sinfield. Calderwood at dummy half.
Calderwood complaining to the referee that 2 of the St Helens players, especially Sean Long, was just walking back and getting in the way of their attacking.
A lot of youth out there for Leeds tonight. Calderwood 20, Chev Walker 19, Danny Ward's only 22. And off the bench, Jamie Jones-Buchanan.
We lost that.
And Ryan Bailey, they're teenagers as well, but a mistake.
Well, they said he was interfered with, and Danny Ward, well, the D's nearly gone, and it is war out there, isn't it? There's a mistake.
Well, the St Helens fans are warming up for the trip to the JJB Stadium next Sunday.
What a game that'll be.
Oh, yes. What a weekend we've got next weekend. Not bad this weekend. It's Hull and Wigan, of course, tomorrow, as Sinfield swoops on a mistake. Here is Andy Hay.
I'll be back to 6 offside.
He is. Gleeson was on the deck. And they're saying he never touched it. Taken quickly. Senior. Keith Senior. He's carried the battle to St Helens tonight. Walker. Pratt to Bailey. Pratt again at dummy half. Ryan Sheridan. Wide to Kevin Sinfield. Further wide to Francis Cummins.
Oh, what a take.
John Kirkpatrick.
That's the second one he knocked on, but on that occasion it bobbled nicely for him. Well, he has played his part, hasn't he? Scored the opening try. This is a wonderful effort. Now that should have been a knock-on, actually, because it hit, on second looking, it hit Chev Walker. So therefore, that should have been head and feet to Leeds. They've been unlucky there, the Rhinos. This is it again. He bobbles it, then it comes off Walker. Now, if Walker hadn't been there, that would have been classified as a knock-on. Remember, it doesn't have to hit the ground.
Long, great tackling. Great tackle there by Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Sean Long felt that.
Well, they're digging deep, these youngsters, as you say, Eddie.
Tommy Martin just drills the ball all along the deck, and it bounces lovely for Cummins. Big hit by Peter Shields.
He has had an outstanding game. Not much finesse, he just gets on with his job, and that job is hard. And he has really, really rolled up the sleeves and gone in for some good effort. He's there again, a bit high perhaps.
Talking about next weekend, it's Leeds Bradford, Friday 7:30, Sky Sports 1. Sunday, Wigan Saints. Join us on Sky Sports Extra. Sky Sports Extra next Sunday. We're live at 3 o'clock for Wigan Saints. Two of the best local derbies you could possibly wish to see in any sport. That went backwards, it's play on. That missed off the fingertips of Sinfield, so this now is Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Leeds are digging deep again. They're keeping this ball alive. They're still in this match. This is the last tackle, though. Walker with a stab.
He's been rock solid, hasn't he, Darren Albert?
Adapted well to the full-back duty, hasn't he, with Paul Wellens with a knee operation and out of the side for the time being.
Well, they all seem to adapt well, don't they, here? And Millwood seems to have this magical touch. And even the Saints fans have been a bit frustrated now by the... Now, here's the big hoof.
That's a 40-20 attempt by Tommy Martin. It's just run the wrong side, but it stands in the in-goal area. Cummins has to get out of trouble. Here come the chase.
Oh, the Indians were after him.
And Edmondson was first to him.
Did a good Custer then. He was the last stand. Oh, great defence. Well, it just shows you the advantage of that strong wind, but you would have thought that would have gone, wouldn't you?
You would. Here goes Senior, though. Oof. Big hit by Albert. What a great game, though, Paul Cullen. Fantastic contest.
It really is, Eddie, though I would have to say it is not vintage St Helens. And Leeds are just buying themselves a chance to come back in this game. You know, Richie Mather's taken a real grip for a young man, only 18 years of age. You know, that has been the story of the game so far. There's been equal errors from both sides, and it literally still could go any way.
It could. That was an error from Tommy Martin. Can you call it an error, though? He went for the interception. That's a great tackle from Stankovic, pushing back Bailey. And the rain comes pouring down as Carl Pratt makes a great break. What a wonderful tackle again from Darren Albert.
Oh, he should have been sent to the sin bin on that. He was all over him for an eternity. It's not over here yet, I'll tell you.
It certainly isn't. Jamie Jones-Buchanan goes down. Tommy Martin goes for a piggyback. Jamie Jones-Buchanan is still moving. Eventually, he's brought to ground by Mike Bennett. Sheridan. Walker. An invitation to Calderwood to chase it. Calderwood does chase it, and Calderwood gets the try. Terrific try from Leeds. Mark Calderwood, 18th try. This is only his 20th appearance, and Calderwood had all the speed then and read the script perfectly.
Beautiful kick on the blind side. Ben Walker, foot to ball, and even though it was held back by Kirkpatrick, Calderwood gets the try. You can see the rain forcing into the Leeds faces. He was onside, no doubt about it, and even though he was held back, that could have been a penalty try if it hadn't got there. And yes, they are not out of it yet. The Rhinos, well, they were being hit with everything in that first half. St Helens, they've had the coffin out a few times, but the lick of varnish ain't on it yet.
What a record Mark Calderwood's got on this ground. He just loves scoring tries here. He's third on the Super League try chart coming into this weekend, Mark Calderwood. And Ben Walker now to try and add the extras. The wind in his face, the rain slanting down as well. Big kick this.
It's amazing, Eddie. Right from the restart, remember they got penalised from the kick-off. Cunningham made the break. He had everyone around him, both inside and outside, a poor pass, and it gave Leeds the chance to get back into it. And full credit to the Rhinos. They have dug deep. Take a bow. And what a great kick from this fella. Can he make it 2 again?
Well, it was a glorious kick down the blind side that led to the try. How's this? It's into the teeth of the gale. He's missed it. It just went in front of the posts. He knows how close it was, and he knows how close Leeds are. 26-18. Look at the dreadful conditions the players have got to contend with now. Calderwood's try. And isn't that good to read? The leading try-scoring British player in the Super League, behind the likes of Dennis Moran, Tavita Vaikona and Graham Mackay.
Well, I must say, Eddie, that you've got to get a situation where Mark Calderwood went through a pretty torrid time early in this season. Remember one awful game at Hull where everything went wrong for him. He got dropped after that performance, but isn't it great to see a youngster can come back, dig deep and prove his prowess?
Indeed so. There were screams then from the terraces about a knock-on by Ryan Sheridan, but it never was. Well, Saints are having to make changes. I think there are injury problems on the bill.
That's right, you just saw Mick Hyam on in place of Sean Long, and Sean Long just getting back into the groove really after his return, and has been in great form of late, but he's sitting on the bench with his right knee just iced slightly, but a quick word with him, and he's said no problem. I think it's just a bang just below the knee, but Peter Shields also off. He seemed to have a shoulder injury, seems to be working it off, should be able to come back, but you've also got Chris Joynt and Sonny Nichols sitting on the bench for the moment at Saints, and they just might be, just at the wrong time of the game, have the big players on the bench.
Indeed so, some big players there. Sculthorpe's gone for a 40-20 and he'll get it. That was judged to perfection.
Quick thinking. He really is a masterful player. No doubt about it, well within the 40. And at about 4 inches to spare. Maybe 6 inches. And this could turn the game, as so often it does. Seen it so in the past where you come up with it. They have utilised the wind.
Heads in, heads in, heads in.
Well, can St Helens get something from this? Martin. Mind you, even if they do, you wouldn't say that Leeds had been put to bed. Still a quarter of an hour to go. Sculthorpe, Nicky Hyam, great ball. Bennett!
Neat move, slip back on the inside, set pattern.
Nicky Hyam.
What a tackle there.
Fantastic effort from Andy Hay. Cunningham will give it some width. On the bounce it goes to Gleeson. Gleeson went through one, he won't get through Keith Senior though. And the ball's come free there.
No, you'll have to go to the judge to see what happened.
It's a penalty to Saints, it was stolen.
Whipped it out. Well, you can see how that wind is really blowing that lovely hairstyle of Robert Connolly. The tight crop of Ian Millwood, making no difference whatsoever. Well,
I don't know,
not so
having
sure
seen
about that, yeah. And again, the respect that Saints are showing for the Rhino outfit. And I don't know whether that really should have been a penalty, Eddie. But I'll just mention the fact that Sculthorpe is going for the 2 on offer.
Indeed.
And there's still plenty of time.
There is. Well, 5 from 6 and conditions worsening by the minute.
Well, we saw in the dressing room, Eddie, at half-time, and quite a few of the Leeds players had their heads down, and I mentioned the fact that when Cunningham made that break, that could have just absolutely blitzed them out, but full credit to the coaching crew at Leeds.
Indeed.
And Daryl Powell said before this match, he said, look, I have every confidence in these young kids that are coming through. And they've shown it.
And they've only been beaten 4 times away from home this year. Hull, Widnes, Bradford and Saints here earlier on beat them. Well, the only 4 that have lowered their colours away from Headingley this summer, and you can see why. But Sculthorpe's 2 more gives them a little bit of breathing space, but not enough. It's not won yet.
Far from it. And if I were Leeds now, I'd be opting for that short kick. And hopefully Robert Connolly will make sure that he sees it goes at 10 like it did in the first instance to restart the game.
Well, this month of August has been one of slow and steady consolidation for Leeds. They lost to Bradford, of course, and they had Barry McDermott sent off. Then they beat Hull and Wakefield, big scores coming into this match, and there's the knock-on from Edmondson. He was never, ever in a position to take that, and Leeds will try and turn the screw from this scrum.
6s and 7s. Should have used his feet. Bobbled around, but he really should have gone backwards to see what the ball was going to do. Stood his ground, and you could see the expression on Kieran Cunningham's face.
Well, here they go, Leeds again. This is Francis Cummins. Tries to go round at Newlove on the outside. Newlove's lying all over him. Could have been penalised. Chev Walker. Chev Walker still won't go down. Now he will. Carl Pratt waits, dummy half. Sheridan gives it to Ryan Bailey. Barry Ward with the tackle. That's 3 gone. Here's Sheridan again. Sinfield's the runner. Oh, great pass back, or was it just simply a flick?
Bobbled out. It was a good hit there by Martin Gleeson.
Andy Hay. Ben Walker. Here's Bailey. Back it goes to Walker on the run around. Wide, and that went backwards off Walker. Play on the last. They've lost all the ground they made. Walker waits, gives it then to Danny Ward, and they're trapped. That's the last. Beg your pardon. And there's another interception.
They'll get 6. This will be no try.
Knock on.
Stop.
Kirkpatrick has to go back. Get another set of 6 with Leeds.
It'll also just eat up the clock as well. Well, he's gone for 3, got away with 1, but really shouldn't have. It should have been credited as a knock-on. Remember the incident where it hit Chev Walker's arm. So, more pressure.
Indeed so.
Rhinos are not giving this in. And with the likes of Sinfield and Ben Walker and Sheridan out there, they're working hard.
Andy Hay, quick play the ball. Cummins. Good tackle by Albert again, and Sean Hoppy. Here's Walker. Now it's with Carl Pratt. Still Pratt. Beckett and Ward with the tackle. Bennett and Ward with the tackle. Bailey waits, dummy half. Ben Walker. Sinfield. Newlove with the tackle on Jamie Jones Buchanan. Kevin Sinfield. Pratt again. Offloads to Ben Walker, wrapped up by Gleeson.
Good play by the centre Gleeson there. Forced Ben Walker back on the inside. Now then, is it the kick? It's got to be.
It is from Pratt, but it's too deep.
That was a shame. It was a great build-up. But full credit to the Saints' defence.
Carl Pratt, by the way, seen by none other than the Great Britain coach David Waite, by the way, as a possible future Great Britain hooker. He has played at hooker before, has young Pratt. We're going to Wakefield in June. He's no stranger to the
and there's not much about him, Eddie, but he's tough. And there's one thing you can say about Pratt. He does not take a backward step.
Cunningham, same can be said about him. Wide to Newlove.
Well, I think the Saints fans here, they're a bit stunned. They want to finish with a try at least.
A dab over the top by Sculthorpe, and well read by Ben Walker.
Well, this is a great effort by the Rhinos. I'm sure that Darryl Powell will be quite happy. There's a build-up to the playoffs come their way.
And the match with Bradford at Headingley next week.
That really has set it up, hasn't it?
Well, this performance will have done enormous things for their confidence. Even though they're behind on the scoreboard, it's been a gutsy, determined effort from the Rhinos, this.
Especially with the fact that on the bench before the game started, very little experience.
Big long ball out wide from Ben Walker to Chev Walker. He offloads. That's hacked forward. but it's all gathered in by Poaching, who's back out.
Back to 6, and more pressure. Well, the times in the second half that Leeds has got sets of 6, one after another, has applied that pressure. Remember Bill Arthur said at half-time that Ian Millwood said he wanted to come up with a little bit more care, but there's another mistake.
Well, Leeds have to force the issue.
Yeah, of course, the 10 points adrift. No doubt about it. I'm not so sure that Senior did knock on, but Ben Walker certainly did afterwards. Well, if any of the rest of the playoff contingent feel that the Rhinos are going to be a pushover, they better think again.
Martin passes the ball inside to Gleeson, and the Leeds hunting like hounds. Double change. Ball's going around again. No, he wipes the tackle count clean, referee. Another set of 6 then for Saints. Here goes Mike Bennett.
Good run as well. Quick play of the ball. That's catching Leeds out. They're trying everything. Poaching was all over him.
This is Edmondson. Still going Edmondson. Wrestled to the ground by Francis Cummins.
Will Cunningham go on his own? Back to 6.
Knock on.
Not happy, Ben Walker, but he's the culprit. He's the one that gets a hand to it and loses it. He's claiming that Cunningham, who tried to offload to Barry Ward, wasn't really on the pass, and they've got away with it. Another one goes in the book for Ian Millwood. Plenty of those.
Sculthorpe from the base of the scrum. This is Tommy Martin, little dummy. Flick the pass to Darren Albert, off the deck, and how about that? And Kirkpatrick, second try of the night for him. Well, that should wrap it up. Darren Albert will be credited with the biggest assist of the season. Almost as good as the Richie Mathers, that, to be fair, in the first half.
Well, in difficult conditions. You saw the rain midway through the second half. It has eased now. All came about from the Ben Walker mistake. And they built up the pressure. And the pass from Darren Albert. What a super game this guy has had. That is electric. The quality of passing in this game has been fantastic, hasn't it? Look at this. Under pressure. Just got it away before the ball-carrying arm hit the deck. And Kirkpatrick had enough sense to bring it round nearer to the sticks and make it a little bit more easy to add the extra 2. He's had a big game too as well. Got things rolling along with the first try of the game, a new love pass. Well, at times, Eddie, this St Helens side tonight have looked absolutely unstoppable. And then at other moments, they've just tried to force it a little bit too much.
Sculthorpe then to add 2 more points to the St Helens total. Which he does. 34 points to 18. Match should be won now for St Helens.
No doubt about that, Eddie, and it's been a hard-fought 2 points as well. When really, I think anybody who has been watching this match, especially midway through that first half, it looked for all the world that Saints were going to score a real bucketful. It's play on. Well, Leeds didn't see the official waving the arms.
Well, they're all pointing and saying he's picked it up inside the 10-metre zone, and they were penalised for that in the first kick-off from this second half.
Farcical. Leeds didn't know what to do, whether to take it, shake it, kick it, or dance it all about.
In the end, St Helens got the possession. Let's get down to Paul Cullen for his final thoughts in this second half. Paul, great display by St Helens, or is it?
Well, as I said before, Eddie, not vintage, but it was a genuine air of disappointment. Such are the standards set by St Helens of late that they've not walked this game by a cricket score. They've always threatened, you know, with men like Kieran Cunningham on such charges, the threat's there throughout this game.
And here goes Hyam now.
Good quick running, beautiful sub to bring on, got plenty of pace.
Cunningham to Sculthorpe.
Good defence,
Offload. Dump pass.
Knock on, offside.
Offside.
Got to be a penalty. They'll take the 2.
Go forward and over the tackle.
Well, that's laughable. I have to agree with him.
Knock on both sides, he said.
It's got to be a knock on.
Who by?
Leeds. Leeds were the only one that had the ball. Well, it does, yeah. Gleeson. Well, this will be interesting if he gives Saints. He'll go to the touch judge. Oh, he's going to give it to Saints.
Saints head and feet. Well, there's a couple of things there. Mr. Connolly has got.
Well, it's confused me, and I suppose at the same time he must have confused the players.
Well, to be fair to Leeds, they don't deserve a 40 against their name.
No way.
Hyam, Stankovic, mind you, don't expect any charity from St Helens.
Especially this fella.
Cunningham will have a run at them. Here's Barry Ward. Human cannonball, gives it to Hyam. Here's Tommy Martin. Wide it goes. And it's a hat-trick. It is for Kirkpatrick. He wants to go for the screen, but I think Kirkpatrick's got this down.
So do I. I think he kicked the legs up.
Get the touch in the corner
Well,
flag.
hat-trick time if it's given. I think he lifts the leg. Watch for the left leg. Lift it, son. He lifts them both. That's a try. What a great effort. What a night for this fella. Talk about taking your chances as a winger. Surely it can't be denied there. Both legs are up, above the whitewash. He just wants to make sure.
He's looking for the arm, Steve, on
Mr. Kershaw.
on the side.
No, it's not the arms at all. He's got it down before it hits it. That's got to be a try. Now it hits the corner post. Surely they're not going to deny this lad a hat-trick. And I think it'll be TRY.
Try it is. Hat-trick for John Kirkpatrick. He's doubled his tally tonight. 3 before the match, 6 now. A night that he will remember probably for the rest of his life. 23 years of age, in for the injured Anthony Stewart, and what a night.
Again, the combination of the prop forward and Cunningham running the angle. Mickey Hyam, superb pass. Look at that. Martin missed out forward, and he took his chance. What a night for the youngster, John Kirkpatrick. He'll certainly remember this. Good quick hands. And Tommy Martin in and out. Kirkpatrick, fully deserved, yes. You'll remember that for a long time, young fella. And rightly so.
So, Paul Sculthorpe, we were saying not long ago, after Kirkpatrick's hat-trick try, that Leeds did not deserve a 40 points against them in the points against column. But if Sculthorpe kicks this, they will have that statistic against them. It's a difficult angle, but he's got the wind, remember, swirling in towards those posts. And he's missed it. So the Saints will have to settle for 38. 38-18 at Knowsley Road. Closing seconds of the match here. Saints will be 4 points clear of the field tonight. They've thrown the gauntlet down to the rest in the Tetley Super League. It's up to Bradford, Wigan and the rest to try and catch them now.
Darren Albert, who's had a fine match, does exactly the right thing. 2 points are in the bag. But this St Helens side, they play to the final second, don't they? It wouldn't surprise me if they try something different here.
Here goes Mickey Hyam. Remarkable fact is that John Kirkpatrick becomes the 3rd winger to score a hat-trick of tries against Leeds this year. And here goes Martin, and the chase is on. The chase is on. Joint fancies it. Joint has got it, and Joint will get over the line, I think, but has he got the ball down?
Calderwood's done marvellous there.
He's gone to the video referee. Chris Joint thinks he's got it.
Well, I don't think he's got it down, but what a kick. I said they just don't give it in, do they? He spins him over. Good work from Calderwood. They're sliding, so the momentum's there. Does he get it down? I don't think he does. Oh, well, you can't see from there.
Well, there's the ball in his other hand. I think he's got it down.
Well, I'll go for a different angle. I'm sure Derek Kershaw will go for this one.
Breaks the line and blows back.
He loses it. No try. He lost it. This will be NOTRY. But full credit to Saints. Chancing their arm with only seconds to go. That's the type of team that we talk about. That's what gives so much pleasure for these fans here at Knowsley Road. He loses it, and that is NOTRY. I'd even put 2 houses on this one.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure.
Well, I would.
I wouldn't be so sure, and Jerry Kershaw, tonight's video referee, isn't so sure either.
Well, I must say, I spoke to Jerry before the game started, and he said I'd lost so many houses, I'd be quite welcome to stay at his place.
Aye, well, his missus doesn't know you, obviously.
She soon will if I've got this wrong.
I think he might give this. I think he might just give this. Well, who's going to be right, you or me, or Jerry Kershaw? Ah! No try. Jerry, you don't need to open up the spare room. Steve-O stays at home. It's a victory for St Helens, though. 38 points to 18. Over 10,000 here again on a filthy night. And they have been royally entertained. Darren Albert, magnificent. Hat-trick from John Kirkpatrick. But not only the men in red and white tonight, also the boys from Headingley. Leeds Rhinos played their part in a hugely entertaining match from the Super League. 38 points to 18, final score. Now then, over on Sky Sports 2 now, we've more tennis for you as our live coverage of the US Open continues. And on Sky Sports Extra now, live US golf for you, coverage of day 2 of the Air Canada Championship. That's on Sky Sports Extra. We shall be on Sky Sports Extra next Sunday for the next instalment of the St Helens story. They go to the JJB Stadium to face Wigan. Leeds will be at home to Bradford next Friday night on Sky Sports. Fantastic stuff. Knowsley Road again.